Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. In today's video, I'm going to show three of my latest vintage card acquisitions and also three of my cards that just came back from PSA grading. I very rarely submit cards for grading to any of the grading companies. All three of these cards were submitted for autograph crossover. Previously, all three were authenticated by JSA and issued a paper certificate, but they did not holder the three cards. So I wanted to get them in PSA holders and also have them encapsulated that way. So I'm going to start with the three newest card acquisitions first. The first two I'm going to show are going to be most recent auction pickups. And both of these came from Clean Sweep Auctions, which just this past year acquired Leland's. So Leland's and Clean Sweep are now one and the same company. And I believe Steve Verkman, who is the owner and founder of Clean Sweep, is now also the president of Leland's as well. So without further ado, I'm going to show the first card. And this one is the 1914 T as in Tom 222 Fatima cigarettes. I just did a video very recently highlighting, a couple of days ago, highlighting the Fatima cigarettes baseball team series, which showed all team photos for the 16 MLB ball clubs from the 1913 season, which is when the Fatima cigarettes T200 series was released. And on that team photo, Grover Alexander, I think I mentioned in the video, appears very early in his career with the Philadelphia National League Ball Club. So here, this is the following season, 1914. Fatima Cigarettes put out individual card players rather than team cards. And this is Alexander in a fantastic pitching wind-up full body pose. Probably my favorite image of Alexander on any baseball card. And from 1914, it matches his Cracker Jack as a rookie card option. He did have the playing game cards from 1913, which were the National Game and the Tom Barker. Some people tend to frown on those as being considered rookie cards. I still consider them rookie card options. But for those who don't, the 1914 Cracker Jack or this 1914 Fatima would be the two options. Both of them get really pricey. The Cracker Jack multiple times more pricey than the Fatima pictured here. And this one's in really nice condition. It's an SGC 2.5. It's in an old SGC holder with the old label. But I believe the grade is probably accurate, would still get the same grade today. I don't think it's overgraded at all. So very happy to pick this one up. I already had the 1915 Cracker Jack Alexander, so that makes a good pair with that card. I wish I had the 14, but these days that's kind of priced out of my range. So, but real happy to pick up this 1914 Fatima cigarettes. Okay, moving on to the second pickup. And this one, as you can see, it's a larger size, definitely oversized. This is a 1903. They're cataloged in the American card catalog as W601s. And these were team composite premiums. And they're very large. They measure about 12 by 14, somewhere in that range, when they're 100% complete and not trimmed at all. Probably more times than not when you encounter these, they're very rare, very tough to find, but when you do come across one, the majority of them, I would say, are trimmed. You can see this one has hole punches along the left border, and then some minor toning and staining along the middle right border. But overall, considering how large these are and they're paper thin, this one is in much, I would say, much nicer condition than most of the ones I've seen. Populations on these, just to get an idea, probably under 10 on just about any individual team. Now, these were issued, this one is 1903. It's the New York National League Ball Club. These were issued from 1902 was the first year of issue up until 1911. Most of those years, they did only Major League MLB clubs, which is American League and National League. There's a few scattered in between where they did some minor league, typically like AAA level, the highest level minor leagues from professional baseball. And again, those are kind of interspersed throughout that 9 or 10 year time frame that they produced these W601s. And these were put out by the Sporting Life, another newspaper similar to the Sporting News newspaper from that same era. And this one, like I said, 1903 New York Giants. And this one's got it's got 4 Hall of Famers. The main reason why I was after this one is it's a rookie type item for Christy Mathewson. He's one guy that I could never afford in today's market to try to acquire a true rookie card. His rookie cards would be either the Bryce Williams, the E107 from 1903, or the first W600 Sporting Life cabinet, which was a Type 2. That one was also first released in 1903. So this is a team composite, so based on my definition, does not qualify as being a true rookie card. But it's a way for me to get a Mathewson from 1903 that I could afford. Both the Bryce Williams and the W600 Sporting Life cabinet these days are somewhere in probably in the 50,000 to 100,000 kind of price range if they're in decent condition, which is way above and beyond my means. I actually was super happy and very surprised that I was able to pick this one up in clean sweep for the price I paid for it. I believe it ended up going for just under $800. And in addition to Mathewson, I started to say it's got 4 Hall of Famers. So in the center is the team manager, John McGraw. Mathewson's on the left side, the third row from the top, or the second row up from the bottom. That's him in the square box. Opposite Mathewson on the right side is Roger Bresnahan, which is the third Hall of Famer. And then Joe McGinnity is just above Bresnahan, also in the square box, Hall of Fame pitcher, and Mathewson's pitching teammate. So 1903 New York Giants with Mathewson, W601 Sporting Life, oversized premium. Okay, that one didn't quite want to go away, but we got it now. Let me pull up the third recent acquisition. This one did not come from Clean Sweep Auction. This was a pickup at a local card show, actually. I was very surprised to come across it. This one is a 1966 Philadelphia Gum football rookie. This is Gale Sayers. And I don't usually go after and pick up football or basketball or hockey so much. Occasionally, but very rarely, I pick up a rookie if it's somebody major. But what really attracted me to this one, I know centering is always very tough. I used to own I think it was a 7.5, and this one's in a Beckett holder. It's a BVG7. The 7.5 I had was in a PSA holder, and that was when I went to sell it. There was a lot of demand for it, so I welcome the opportunity to pick up another Sayers. This one's probably going to be for sale at the National, as I don't really collect these. But anyway, what drew me to it was if you look at the centering all the way around, it's probably as close to 50-50 perfectly centered as you can find, especially from a tough set like this Philadelphia Gum Company 66 set. So I just couldn't pass it up. The price was not cheap. It was pretty close to what sevens have been going for. But I think with the centering in today's world of eye appeal and NBA stickers, even in the BVG holder, I think this one would stand a great chance of getting a silver or even maybe a gold sticker. Just a fantastic card. The back is clean as well. So I went ahead and picked this one up. It was just under $1,000. Now I'm going to move on to the PSA grading review. Okay. Technology. Let's see if we can put the PSA reveal here. Okay. Like I said, the PSA submissions, or any grading company really for that matter, I've pretty much stopped completely sending in stuff for grading. These were all cards I've had for a while. The 3 autographs were authenticated by JSA, and I feel much more comfortable in PSA holders. I scrutinized the autographs before I sent them in to make sure they looked 100% authentic to me, even though JSA had already issued their certificate. 3 of these looked perfect or close to perfect to me, so I went ahead and submitted them. I had 1 or 2 others that I was looking at, not ones that I own, but I was looking at online that were in either Beckett or JSA holders, and I was thinking about buying them and then submitting them for a crossover to PSA as well. And after looking more closely at the autos, comparing them to PSA authenticated examples, I decided in both of those cases to back off, and I was not convinced that PSA would feel they were authentic as Beckett or JSA did. Okay, so let's pull up the first one here. And I've shown a couple of these before. I might have shown all 3 of these before. But of course, they were not. Sorry, another little technology glitch here, trying to pull up the first one. Okay, there we go. So I showed this one pretty recently on an autographs for PC autograph collection video. This is a 1900 to 1910 is the dating of it based on the stamp box, a year of issue on the back of the postcard. You can date a lot of real photo postcards based on the stamp box on the back. There's a website called Playals dating real photo postcard backs, and they have pictures of every possibly ever issued stamp box on the back of various real photo postcards beginning around 1900 all the way through the vintage era anyway, through the 70s. And this one I was able to date to 1900 to 1910. PSA somehow came up with 1907. So falls within the range I had. I'm not quite sure how they came up with that specifically, but I was happy with the way they labeled it anyway. It brings it early to mid playing days for Lajoie. And this one is him standing in street clothes, as you can see there, in front of looks like a business building in town. He signed it Larry Lajoie. The vast majority of Nap Lajoie autographs that are out there are signed Larry. Very rarely did he sign Nap or Napoleon. So those are definitely command a premium. But Larry Lajoie autographs are certainly not plentiful. And one picturing him during his playing days, 1907 time frame, makes this one super special to me. You can see he dated it underneath the signature 9/9/3/53, so he signed it 1953, much later in life. But this one got a PSA 3 for the postcard, and also got I believe it's an 8 there. It's hard for me to read on my screen. I think it got an 8 for the autograph. And the L in Larry, the first L from his first name, is a slight smudge. So that's probably what kept it from getting a higher autograph grade. But my only Lajoie autograph, a very tough one to come by on either a card, definitely on a card, but even a real photo postcard or something like that from his playing days. So super happy to have this one. PSA agreed the autograph was authentic, just like I did before I submitted it. Okay. Now we're going to pull up the second one. Second return from PSA. Okay. Sorry for the delay again there. So this is a 1930s Lefty Grove. It's another real photo postcard. This one, based on the markings on the back, you can pinpoint the origin of it. It's a George Burke original real photo postcard. So George Burke took pictures, photographer for almost every major league player. The peak of his time was during the 30s, into the 40s. And this is an original Grove, like I said, real photo postcard from Burke. And this one I was able to date from 1930, early 1930s to 1950 at the latest. PSA came up with 1938 on the label, I believe, or on the submission form that they sent back to me. So again, not quite sure how they pinned down the 1938 date. But this is Grove with the Boston Red Sox, so second half of his MLB career. Definitely mid to late 30s. The latest would be a couple of years into the 40s before he retired. And this one's got a beautiful Grove signature on the bottom. This one, amazingly, the postcard got a 7 for a 1938 real photo postcard. That's almost unheard of. I don't know if I've ever seen a postcard from that old to get a grade as high as a 7. But it's just about pristine. And the autograph got a perfect 10, as this one is had no blemishes or any issues at all. So really happy the way they graded that one, and also, again, authentic. This one came out of a Beckett holder originally. It was authenticated by Beckett. Okay, and then the last one we're going to show is the third one that came back from PSA. This Sorry again for the delay. It's a little technology glitch again. See if we can get it up here just now. Okay, there we go, finally. So this is a 1936. This is one of the Gaudi premiums, the R314s. This one pictures Joe Cronin, pretty early in his playing days career with the Boston Red Sox. This one had previously also been authenticated by JSA and just came with the paper certificate, and wanted to get this one in a PSA holder. So they graded the card a good 2.5, and the autograph received a 10, perfect 10 grade. So again, very happy with this one. Joe Cronin's a pretty significant player in MLB history. Maybe not a inner circle Hall of Famer, but certainly not a fringe Hall of Famer either. Very solid selection. So that's going to wrap up today's video. My 3 latest card acquisitions and also 3 other cards just back from PSA. Hope you guys enjoyed the viewing. Some pretty neat items there, I believe. So anyway, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys again